Mr. President-elect, Madam Vice President-elect, I'm honored by the trust that you've placed in me to return to the vital work of the USDA at a very critical moment for so many families and communities throughout America.
In 2007, Barack Obama promised to make GMO labeling a priority.
Here's what I'll do as president. I'll immediately implement country of origin labeling because Americans should know where their food comes from. We'll let folks know whether their food has been genetically modified because Americans should know what they're buying. We'll let folks know whether their food has been genetically modified because Americans should know what they're buying.
The Monsanto Protection Act refers to a policy rider that the House slipped into the recently passed continuing resolution and sent over to the Senate. Because of the time-urgent consideration of this must-pass legislation necessary to avert a government shutdown, this policy rider slipped through without examination or debate. That outcome is unfortunate and unacceptable because the content of the policy rider is nothing short of astounding. It allows the unrestricted sale and planting of new variants of genetically modified seeds that a court rules have not been properly examined for their effect on other farmers, the environment, and human health. And the impact on other farmers can be significant. The current situation in Oregon of GMO wheat escaping a field test, resulting in several nations suspending the import of white wheat from the United States, underscores the fact that poorly regulated GMO cultivation can pose a significant threat to farmers who are not cultivating GMO crops. But equally troubling to the policy rider's allowance of unrestricted sale and planting of GM seeds is the fact the Monsanto Protection Act instructs the seed producers to ignore a ruling of the court.
And you know, the villain in this is Obama to me, because he first of all, he promised blatantly that he would look into this and do something, and he didn't. He also appointed, what is the guy's name? Michael Taylor, used to be a VP at Monsanto, the seat of evil, to be the food czar, the FDA deputy commissioner of foods. And of course, Monsanto's latest Frankenfood got speedy approval because this guy is in charge of it. Because it's like putting Jerry Sandusky in charge of Chuck E. Cheese. Obama said in 2007, we would label genetically modified foods, which, by the way, Europe has this. Even though 9 out of 10 Americans would like foods to at least be labeled, to at least we know they're Frankenfoods.
Why?
Okay, they can't. Why? Because it says it would hurt sales. So shut up and eat your fucking mutant chili.
With Monsanto, I didn't realize how effectively a corporation could work to get something on the marketplace. The levels of coordination they had to have. They had to get university professors into the fold. They had to get experts into the fold. They had to get reporters into the fold. They had to get the public into the fold. And of course the FDA, let's not leave them out. They had to get the federal regulators convinced that this was a fine and safe product to get it onto the marketplace. And they did that. They did that very, very well.
Thanks very much, everybody.
Congressman, we're working with the industry to try to resolve the dilemma that we're facing in the very, very near future with the implementation of the Vermont law. That is going to create chaotic circumstance and situation. It requires some kind of adjustment and some kind of national approach to this, so we don't have 50 different state efforts and we don't have individual companies like Campbell's making the decision that we're going to go ahead and do what we want to do. We want some standardization of this. So I don't want to be cute about this, but I think that what the FDA has resolved is fine, but the reality is we're confronted with this circumstance that could create real chaos in the market. We need to get this thing fixed. That way you wouldn't create a misimpression about the safety of a product, which oftentimes could happen depending upon how something is labeled.